This is you. No, actually, this is me. You're standing on a floating rock in space, spinning around with over 70% of its surface covered in water. So really, it should have been called Planet Water, but people decided to call it Earth. So how did it all begin? A long, long time ago, everything was dark. Then, suddenly, it wasn't. The universe was born, made up of tiny particles. Those particles came together to form hydrogen and helium. Did life begin then? Of course not. At first, the universe was just gas, then boom, stars appeared, exploded, collided, creating chemical elements. Explode, form, explode again. Over time, our solar system was born. The early Earth was scorching hot, constantly bombarded by rocks. One of those impacts created the moon. After a while, Earth cooled down. Rain began to fall, formed from water vapor coming from asteroids. Now there were oceans, volcanoes, and land. And deep in the sea, tiny organisms emerged, able to divide and absorb sunlight. Then Earth froze over, a period called the Ice Age. It happened multiple times. Under the sea, life exploded, the Cambrian explosion. Animals filled the oceans, and some wanted to crawl onto land. But they couldn't yet because sunlight was deadly, no ozone layer. Eventually, they evolved legs and made it to land, the worst decision that any fish ever made. Hundreds of millions of years later, everything got huge, then went extinct. But some species survived and evolved into dinosaurs. Dinosaurs ruled for millions of years, until, boom, a meteor hit, and they went extinct too. The age of mammals began. An ape started using its front limbs to grab sticks, stand upright, and strike stones, creating tools. That was the Stone Age. Earth went through another ice age. Humans then hunted by chasing animals until they dropped from exhaustion. Eventually, they got tired too and invented farming. Many people had the same idea, so agriculture was born.
Stone tools were too primitive, so they discovered iron. Agriculture, more food, more people, need for more food, trade begins. Trade created wealth, which required homes to store goods, systems to manage society, writing, laws, government, and religion to manage the spirit. Civilization began. The first civilizations, China, Mesopotamia, India, Egypt, Norte Chico. The Greeks loved philosophy, thinking, and art. India had Hinduism, then Buddha was born. In China, Confucius taught people how to live. The Greeks developed philosophy and science. Then came the Roman Empire, mighty and dominant across the Mediterranean. The Jews were persecuted. Jesus was born to save them and was crucified. The Silk Road formed, connecting Asia and Europe. In 476 CE, Rome collapsed. In China, dynasties rose and fell. In Europe, new kingdoms formed and fought endlessly. In the Middle East, Islam was born through Muhammad. The Middle Ages began. Wars, crusades, plagues, feudalism. In Southeast Asia, Dai Viet was founded. Japan, Korea, and China developed their own cultures.
13th century, the Mongols conquered almost all of Asia. In Africa, the Mali Empire was unbelievably rich. In Europe, the Black Death killed millions. China had the Ming Dynasty. The Renaissance began in Italy. Art and philosophy flourished. 1492, Columbus set sail for India and accidentally found America. Martin Luther reformed religion. The Ottoman Empire expanded. England, France, and Spain colonized the world. Then Britain invented the steam engine, to industrial revolution, to mass production, to global conquest. Britain made China addicted to opium to force trade. 19th century, empires carved up Africa and Asia.
The U.S. fought Spain, took Cuba, and built the Panama Canal. Early 20th century. Too many weapons led to World War I. Then the Russian Revolution led to the Soviet Union. Then the Great Depression of 1929. Hitler rose to power, led to World War II. Japan invaded Asia. Germany conquered Europe, and both lost. After the war, the United Nations was founded. India gained independence. The Middle East fell into chaos over the Israel-Palestine conflict. The Cold War began between the U.S. and the Soviet Union racing to space. Vietnam defeated the U.S. The Soviet Union collapsed. The world entered the modern era. Population exploded and technology boomed. iPhone, 3D printing, Bitcoin, TikTok, and that's where we are today. Thank you. I'm Mr. Insight.